So with this type of dimensions, the lines will be looks like this. The label is the same, based on all of these labels. Sometimes there could be scenarios where we have point cloud and we need to compare design dimensions with as-built. You can do it with multiple options. One of the options is to use the script. As a first step, we need to transfer all design information from AutoCAD to Cyclone 3DR. Before transferring these lines, you can just select one of them, click with right mouse button and then click select similar. So in that case you will be sure that only lines selected, and then you can click send to Cyclone 3DR command. So you will see that all selected lines were transferred to Cyclone 3DR as polylines. You can group them all and work with them as with single element. But also you can see that the dimensions were not transferred. One of the options could be explode this dimension. In that case it will be just a line, and then you can transfer it with this tool, send to Cyclone 3DR, but it's not very convenient. So you can use the small LISP for exporting them into CSV format. You need to type in command line app load, go to script folder, go to CAD dimensions folder, and here you will find this LISP. So just select it and then click load. Always load and then close. So now you can select all dimensions, keep only them on screen, and type in the command line export dim to CSV, export dimensions to CSV, this command. So then just select all dimensions and click enter. So script will ask you where you would like to save the CSV file with these dimensions. So you can choose any folder and click save. Then open Cyclone 3DR, go to script, run tools, and run the tool mixed import CAD dimensions. Execute, and it will ask you to specify the path to CSV file. So just specify the path to the CSV file. Here you can choose how you want to name the group with these dimensions, so you can name it as you wish. Then click OK. You will see that all dimensions will be imported as a line element. So if you go to the location, you will find that all these line elements will be saved into the specified folder. The next step, import point cloud into the same project, and next we need to align these two elements. So for aligning them, you can use all standard tools from Cyclone 3DR. I prefer to use endpoints registration tool. So create limit box before running it. This point cloud from build kit to go, and here I prefer to use just flat colors. So select all elements which you're going to move. Here I'm going to move the drawing itself and all dimensions, and then click endpoint registration. So now you need to specify some common points in the cloud and common points in the drawing. Try to specify some corners which clearly visible in the point cloud. And you need to specify them with the same order. When you finish, enable this option to avoid any tilting, then click preview. So you will see that your drawing will be shifted, will be aligned with the point cloud. And then you can click OK. When you align the point cloud with design drawing and with all dimensions, you can start the analysis. So for that you can select all dimensions that you're going to analyze, that you would like to check with this built point cloud. So I will select a couple of them. And then you can run the script and choose geometry compare CAD dimensions. Here script asking you what will be the tolerance for coloring the lines. So let's say for green color we will use 2 cm, and for warnings 3 centimeter tolerance. All the rest will be red. So the dimensions which matching with the designed values in range of 2 centimeters will be green. In 2 from 3 centimeter will be yellow, and all the rest will be red. Then script asking you what style of arrows you would like to see for the dimension. It could be a double arrow like this, or it could be like tilted line segments. So let's try to use built-in arrows. Click Start Measuring, and script will highlight for you the first selected dimension and will ask you to measure it from point cloud, to specify points for this dimension in the as-built point cloud. Here also you can add some comments. For example, if you know that this dimension related to kitchen, you can specify that it's related to kitchen. Then you can click Create Dimension and specify 2 points from point cloud which will represent this dimension, which related to these dimensions. So for example, first point here and second point here. So script will generate for me the red line here because the difference with original dimension around 9 centimeters. That's why it's red. Then it will automatically jump to next selected line and will ask me to specify points for the next dimension. So you can create dimensions for this, or you can just skip this line. So let's skip it. Let's specify this for corridor. Create dimensions. And also here it's important to understand where you're clicking the first point, because where you're clicking the first point, in the same place the line will be generated. So for example, if you want to generate line here related to this dimension, first point should be somewhere here, and then second point could be anywhere. So for example, second point will be here, and you will see that dimension will be generated in the first specified point. When it will be done, you will see that script will generate for you new chapter, custom chapter. If you go to the report, you will find that now here you have the table with name of each dimension with tolerances, so you can hide the tolerances, and you will find also comments to which part of the room this dimension is related, if it's in tolerance or if it's out of tolerance. Here you will see different statuses. So let's check another type of dimension. For example, I selected these 4 lines. If I run again the same script, here now I will select custom segments, type of line. All the next steps the same, you just need to specify 2 points for each dimension. And keep in mind where you specify the first point, in this place the line will be generated. So with this type of dimensions, the lines will be looks like this. The label is the same. And again, if you go to report, you will see that script will generate for you new table based on all of these labels. So it will be updated table.